Today marks the 50th anniversary of Star Trek the original series, and while Facebook may be doing its thing by allowing people to add filters to their profile pics, inevitably leading to that one asshole in your feed posting the picture of Homer Simpson, I've decided to take a break from the norm and recommend a game that everyone is sure to enjoy. Star Trek the 25th Anniversary. Sure, it's old and uses sprite graphics that at times don't behave properly. Seriously, is the Enterprise skidding into warp? I'm not gonna lie, that's awesome. But it's hard to find a game of its kind where action and puzzles are equally engaging. It's an old point-and-click adventure game set in the original series. You can pick it up fairly cheap on Steam and it runs right out of the gate on most modern systems. The bulk of the game has you traversing planets and talking to people, much like the show did. One level even has you trying to make your way around a wrecked Constitution class that came under attack by what the crew believed to be the Enterprise. Just like the show, you are given phasers, with settings both stun and kill, tricorders for McCoy and Spock, and a medical kit. And, of course, the most important tool, a security officer. And yes, the red curse is in full force in this game. They're always the first to die if you goof around. The only exception being the third mission where Spock is the first to die if you don't work fast enough to cure a virus that's killing him. Everything from falling rocks to getting blasted with lasers. There's even one level where a creature will eat your red shirt alive. Needless to say, the game is staggeringly accurate to the look and feel of the original show. Spock and McCoy are always going back and forth.
This is not Klingon technology, Captain.
Even I can see that, you pointy-eared freak.
Red shirts dying left and right.
He's dead, Jim.
And each mission concludes with a wrap-up between Spock, Kirk, and McCoy before the Enterprise sails off into the distance. The puzzles can get a little difficult, but most are just at the right level of difficulty that you're bound to think of the solution sooner or later. My biggest gripe is the old-style inventory system. There is just no indication of when you're combining things to when you're just grabbing things. Most games at this age had a text readout telling you what you were attempting to combine together, but this game doesn't have it, which can lead to some frustrating times. Only two puzzles really eluded me. The bomb in the second episode, and the security codes in the sixth. The bomb here is set to vaporize the crew in this prison cell if you touch it, and you need this cable to repair the transporter in the next room so you can get to the bridge and take it back from pirates that have taken over the ship. Sure, you can grab the wire, but it kills the crew. And you are ranked in this game, so this lowers your score. And if you get too low of a score, the Admiral yells at you to do better. I end up just foregoing letting the crew out. I take down the shield leading to the bridge, take out the pirates, let the cleaning crew let them out. Kirk out, bitches. But this is cake compared to the sixth level. You beam down to an asteroid to stop it from launching nukes at a developed world, and the password to the door is so insanely difficult you need to be a mathematician in order to get the clues that the game gives you to get the lock code for the door. And even if you were a mathematician, you'd better speak to Spock before going down to the planet, because if you don't, you miss the clues that you would need to guess the code properly. And once you're down on the planet, you can't get this information in any other way. The password is simply 10200. That's just it. I had to look it up, and I assume everyone else who played this game had to as well, because in order to get that code, you need to translate the culture's favorite number into base 3. What the hell is base 3? Why would I know that? I'm an adult and I don't know this, and I was a kid playing this game. No wonder I never finished this thing. And the second door is a little simpler, but for simplicity's sake, let's just say it's 122. Thing is, if Spock is so smart, shouldn't he be able to figure this out? I mean, he is the brains of the bunch, and you actually have to use him to input the code. But don't let that fool you. The rest of the game is great Star Trek fun. It even has Harry Mudd in an episode. Though that episode is a little glitchy, for some reason, regardless of where Mudd's supposed to be, he always pops up at random. He went through the same exact cutscene twice, poisoning himself the exact same way, causing me to need to use bones to cure him. Not sure what's up with that. The key to beating this game is talk to everyone. Look at everything. Interact with your away team as often as possible, and they will provide you with the correct answer. Don't fall for the game's trap of ignoring the security officers, by the way. First few are useless and need their hands held, but the later ones actually help with the missions. And there's even a bit of space combat thrown in for good measure. I love these bits. And more importantly, I love these screens. It reminds me of that scene from Wrath of Khan when Spock and Kirk assess the damage on the ship. With no external view, nothing but static to indicate damage, these readouts are really the only indication you've taken damage at all. And unlike the simulators that came after it, where you have a huge allotment of shields and weapons that fire in every direction, these weapons only fire face forward, and the shields deplete very quickly.
Not my engine!
This is one game I've always hoped they'd make a remaster of. Throw in some fancy graphics and keep the gameplay simple, and you've got a great Star Trek adventure that anyone can enjoy, not just your devoted Trekkies. Happy 50th anniversary.